Dave and Glenda, they just finished boarding up the window pane and part of the wall here. This is a very busy Arby's. It sits right here in Woodward, in Royal Oak, near 13 Mile Road. So as you can imagine, there are quite a few people inside at the time.
The big window went pop, and there was just glass everywhere.
Well, perhaps the end of days was upon us, but it turned out it was just a disoriented old lady in a champagne-colored Toyota Avalon, crashing into my world like DNB circa 1996. Who's got their claws in you, my friend? Into your heart, I'll beat again.
Just before 2 p.m., an elderly woman drove into the side of the restaurant while trying to park her car.
I turned around. A little old lady had stepped on the gas instead of the brake and ran into the restaurant.
I saw their bodies tossed skyward, like ragdolls thrown into the air by the late great Andre the Giant. I don't know. They appeared to be weightless, hitting zero-G like the fearless crew of a forgotten Apollo mission, whose only objective was to obtain a beef and cheddar classic and return home to Kathleen Quinlan safe before sundown. I don't know. Part of me wishes I'd been hit by that car instead, so I could have gotten out of work early and gone far, far away from shift manager Masha's judging emerald eyes. No, I didn't wash my shirt in between shifts, Masha. So what if I smell like roast beef? This whole place smells like roast beef. Look of elderly bloodlust spread across her wrinkled face, and it made me dare to think perhaps this was no accident. Perchance she was compelled to steer her beige battering ram into the house that beef built, driven not by force of this earth, but of an earth below, an earth that mirrors ours in almost every way, except the reflections are so much darker that many miles down. Some know the reflected realm to be the netherworld, others know it as the abyss. I know it as the shadow zone, a world where the blackness of our sin stares back at us and merely laughs, ha 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 ha. A world where God's law governs no man, a world where there is no literal or figurative Mr. Belvedere given any authority to teach us right from wrong, a world where we are loosed and given leathery wings charred like brisket to soar high above the judgment of the well-pressed, dry-clean, shift-managing elite, a world where I am elevated to my true pagan animal form and I take flight, known only as the winged demon Dead Dreadmore, and I fly high above the puritanical regime, anointed by the oil of our beast lord, singing, I'm the king of the castle and you're the dirty rascal. Crash into me! Crash into me! I don't know. Arby's is pretty cool.
The department tells me that they didn't treat the woman driving the car here on scene or take her to the hospital, that somebody else drove her home. The Royal Police Department tells me they're still investigating, so they can't comment on whether or not they're issuing her a ticket. And of course, as you can see, this Arby's right here on Woodward closed for the rest of the night. We're live in Royal Oak. Julie Bonovich, 7 Action.
Okay, so that was me back in 1990, when I was still working at the Arby's. At the time, both I and the reporters on the scene said that an old lady was behind the wheel of a vehicle that plowed right into the building. But I soon realized that was not true. Something was very off about the driver. There was no lady. I was sure of that. Soon after the incident, I began to piece together all of the evidence at the scene. It took nearly 20 years to figure out the identity of the driver. What I had found was horrifying. The driver of the vehicle, an unmarked white van, was none other than the white YouTuber! At that moment, it all started to come back to me. Back on that fateful day in April 1990, while taking out the trash, I had heard something rustling in the dumpster behind an Arby's, accompanied with the putrid smell of various bodily fluids permeating through the mundane odor of the old garbage that I was used to. I didn't think much of it, believing that it was just some old meat that had gone stale the night before. After I had returned to the cashier counter, I saw some kind of figure walking through the parking lot. He appeared to be dragging 2 small duffel bags along the ground. Those bags looked strikingly human-shaped. After he had tossed the body bags into the back of the van, Whitey caught a glimpse of me looking on through the window. This must have startled him, because he immediately began rushing to get back into the van and book it the hell out of there before any of us knew what was happening. Unfortunately, he was in such a hurry to get away. He appeared to have mistook the gas for the brake, and that dirty van smashed straight through the front door of the restaurant. As he had realized he had just plowed straight almighty Arby's. He immediately threw it into reverse and drove right the hell out of the parking lot. The smell of dead bodies followed closely behind. Before my coworkers could wrap their heads around what had just occurred, he was gone. After I had heard that Ghastly and the other fright supremacists knew about the white YouTuber's horrific actions, I knew the time was right to share what I knew. It is time to bring the white YouTuber to justice in the name of the almighty blue whale, Al-Hut al-Azim, could be unto his name. I just hope that bastard can get what he finally deserves. And I can finally get this information out before... Oh shit, they're on to me. Alright, please take this information and spread it as far as possible.